Okay, welcome back to UltraChenTV. Just a little bit left to talk about with Ultra Street Fighter 4, not too much. Combo Fiend did mention that unblockables will be gone.
Yes.
Now, the way he mentioned it was a little bit unclear to me.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he meant that unblockables are gone in general, or whether the ones that they know about have been removed.
Yeah.
Because he said, make sure to bring your best setup, try it out, and I didn't know whether that meant he's confident that all setups are gone, or whether he meant, well, the ones I've seen are gone, so bring your best ones so that we can make sure to get rid of those too.
Yeah,
I wasn't unclear to me.
I was a little strange too, but I'm pretty sure they got rid of it through fixing the system, right? I mean, they did it in Cross Tekken, so I can't imagine that they couldn't have done it here. So hopefully it's gone, and now it's just more like we got rid of it, so I dare you to try to find an unblockable.
Yeah, that definitely could be,
so.
And that'd be great. I mean, obviously, that's number one complaint for a lot of people about Street Fighter 4 is the whole hard to blockable nonsense and figuring out when to block. And
he even said that in the video, right? And, to be honest with you, like unblockables are bad, yeah, but I mean the issue of the ambiguous cross up is still there, which the delayed wake up is supposed to kind of address. But then again, like we said, delayed wake up might hurt characters like Zangief and Cody more than it hurts anybody else, right?
And Combo Fiend didn't mention that.
Right?
He
didn't
even mention that at all. So it might not be the case that there is that there's a delayed get up or that there's any kind of change like that.
Right, exactly.
So it's hard to talk really more about that. But I'm happy to hear that at least, hopefully, all the unblockables are gone. Barring that, hopefully all the ones that people have found out so far are gone. Either one of those would really help the game, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just in general, I still think that they should look at the characters who do have Vortex and try to address them. It sounds like they kind of did with Ibuki, for example. The slide is no longer a hard knockdown. Now, she can still do the spin kicks, and she gets setups off of the spin kicks. But I think the main thing now is that if you choose to try to escape with a move that makes you run away, and she chases you down with the slide, now you can get away.
Is it regular slide or EX slide too? That
I think both of them.
Neither one?
Yeah, I think
wow.
so. I
Okay.
think so. So, like, for example, I keep saying that Akuma, after Short Hurricane, should delay another 2 frames. So he can't sweep.
Right. He can still get a Dragon Punch and stuff.
Or like I said, do that weird Alpha 3 fix where the sweeps, if you juggle someone with the sweep, they can do a quick rise. Basically, apply the property of Fuertes Tostada press, right? You hit them out of the air, they can quick rise. You hit them out of the ground, they can't. So if you apply that kind of factor to it, I think that would be kind of cool.
Okay.
So
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I guess that's about it. We don't really have that much more information. He did mention that location tests should happen, but we don't know when.
Passive Assassin says that apparently the EX slide is going to is still going to do hard knockdown.
That makes sense.
So.
I don't mind her spending meter to make the stupid mix-up happen. That's not a big deal. So I really look forward to trying it out in a loc test, whether that's in NorCal or in SoCal or whatever. I hope that happens soon. I'd love to see it, Love to see what it looks like.
Okay.
I guess that's about it for Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, for Ultra Street Fighter 4. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stream action going on this weekend. I still remember beforehand, I was just like, I don't even know how I'm going to keep track of all these streams. Yeah. And sadly, I didn't even get to watch a lot of them. Yeah. So I was actually kind of sad about that. But
this is one of the few weekends that I actually was able to just sit around for the most of it.
Oh,
I was just kind of sitting.
Nice.
And definitely my stream was pointed to twitch.tv/BrokenTier for like a good majority of it, I would say. A lot of that I also had a secondary stream on, so it was like if somebody was playing on Broken Tier I didn't care about, I would watch whatever else was going on. While Cross Tekken qualifiers were on, I was watching them. But other than that, I was really hanging out at Broken Tier. Yeah, that Danger Room was so sick.
I know on Friday I got to watch a lot of the Broken Tier stuff, and I was enjoying the hell out of that. Yeah. And everyone said the same thing. They were all watching it, and it was just making them think to themselves, God, I want to play this game,
Dude, I haven't played Marvel in a while. It's been a few other games that have been taking over my time instead. And that game, that stream made me not only want to play Marvel, but not even just like the wacky characters that I tend to play, right? It was like, man, Zero looks so fun. Doom looks so Doom on point is like so fun. Like I was surprised at myself that I was saying these things, but watching these players play, watching Jay play Viscant play extended sets rather than some 3 out of 5 was really fascinating actually.
Yeah.
And same with Clockwork's Doom is always awesome. I loved watching Nerd Josh. Kinder Party was actually super sick. Tubazo from Arizona was awesome to watch, dude. Firebrand, Hulk, Arthur.
Angelic, dude. His freaking Firebrand into Shuma combos,
dude. Firebrand, corner carry, right? Always corner carry. Into hardtag Shuma for a ridiculous Shuma corner combo. Forget about it.
And he had like 90 varieties of that Shuma combo now where he was like, boom, 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 let me do the super. And DHC into Dormammu. Boom, they fly in the air. Eyes blow up. Boom. And I get more stuff now. I was like, jeez. This is getting more and more broken. So.
That was so cool. That was a really good idea.
I'm
so stoked that Kookie set that up, and that Arizona came, and that people came, Nerd Josh came, Kinder Party came, even in addition to the actual Broken Tier members. That was super cool.
Yeah. And Koogie even tweeted today, he was like, what would you guys like to see more of on the Broken Tier Twitch channel? And my suggestion was, from Scrub to Marvel God, teaching James Chen how to play. Because after the Vi's concept matches, I stuck around for some casuals there.
Okay.
And oh my god, those were not pretty. I was getting so salty again, dude. I was getting so angry.
So, okay, what were the concept matches? Just explain.
What Vi has figured is like a lot of the times when people the arcade feel is not there anymore, right? So
even in the arcade,
even in Super Arcade, people will sit at a casuals machine and play each other for a long period of time, and there's just none of this. There's no. What's the word for it? Like there's nothing to lose. They're just kind of like
there's no pressure.
No pressure, right? And so what he wanted to do is recreate that. So what he would always do is stream a match between two players, and he handpicked which players would play against each other. So he purposely picked matches that he knew people had problems with, and stuff like that. So he would play them, and then on the side, on all the other machines, like they would run quarter match kind of thing. If you lost, you got up. You had to leave. Like, you were not allowed to stay.
Got back in line.
So he was trying to recreate a little bit of that feel there. And then the next day, he ran a tournament. So on Friday, he did the fixed matches, and then on Saturday, he ran the tournament for 3 games, actually, which was Street Fighter 4, Marvel, and Injustice, actually. So he actually did an Injustice tournament on Saturday as well. And it was really cool because if you remember, actually, at Wednesday Night Fights previous week, when NGL Chris lost the Velociraptor, he came up to us and he's like, what do you do to this character? He just owns you with fireballs all day. You can't fight this character. You can't beat him, right? And so he pit them against each other in a 1-to-5 on stream. And to me, that was still the highlight of the weekend because that match was sick.
Yeah.
If you guys, I don't know if people on theirs, anyone on the stream saw that match between NGL Chris and Velociraptor in their 1-to-5. But that was sick, dude. That was so good. And I don't want to spoil it, so when Vi puts it up, you can watch that. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It sounded cool. I haven't seen it, but it sounds cool.
But like another match they did was Snake Eyes versus Combo Jack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Zangief versus Sagat.
Right.
What do you think the score was?
What was it, 2?
1-to-5.
5-2.
5-0. Snake Eyes. Yeah. Bodied him. So.
Yeah. I saw I Got You Twice doing well. I didn't watch that stream very much, but I saw Ghost Rider. That was him. That was pretty cool. So yeah, that was a cool stream. I didn't watch that very much, but when I did, it was really interesting.
Yeah, it was really cool.
On Saturday, I was definitely more watching the Street Fighter Cross Tekken qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, I just stopped by the concept matches because I just happened to be nearby.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just did a little bit of commentary for there. So I didn't get a chance to see the Cross Tekken matches. But I heard they were pretty good, right?
They were pretty good. So Tampa Bison, who's been a top online player, but also has played in tournaments, in major tournaments, and done really well. Progressively better, I would say.
Nice.
And he won one of them with Bison Rolento.
Yeah. I mean, he was one of the people on the short list that I wish that they would have selected just outright. So I'm glad him and like Seth Lololo made it, right? So
Yeah. Also, the Zombie Driver made it with Hwarong and Nina. Definitely one of the more top tier teams that made it.
Do you know much about Zombie Driver?
I've seen him play online. That's about it. I don't know too much about him, but his Hwo is interesting. He has some tech that you don't normally see, a little bit trickiness in addition to really solid footsies. So it's going to be fun to see how he plays. His Nina was kind of mostly he had some tricks with her, but kind of damaged sort of character. Didn't necessarily optimize combos, but he did really well in general. They both were really good players. So that rounds out the Cross Tekken final, the final 8 people for Capcom Cup.
So who are the 8 people?
Okay, so it's Infiltration, who presumably will play Jin Elisa. That's what he was playing last time we saw. Justin Wong, Hwarong Chun is the team he's been using, but Noel Brown said on Twitter that Justin's team is going to surprise everybody.
Really?
So it might not be that. He has also used Elena and Elisa, and might not be either of those either. So we'll see. Knuckle Dew with Guile Zangief, Alex Valle with Yoshimitsu Lars. So those are the 4 who were selected.
Chosen, right.
Well, Knuckle Dew actually
he qualified.
But Infiltration, Justin Wong, Valle were all picked. Then Seth Lolol qualified with Law Kuma.
Okay.
Definitely one of the guys who I was looking to qualify. KS Ramos, actually both Team KS, with Vega Cami. And then, as I said, Zombie Driver with Hwarong Nina and Tampa Bison with Bison and Rolento. That means that we have so many different characters. Do you see this characters list right now?
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm looking at right now.
It's crazy, because I think that top tier in that game is pretty top tier. But, I mean, clearly, there are lots of characters who can keep up.
Yeah.
In fact, I was going through it, and there were only, I think, 2 repeats in the whole set. So 14 out of 16 potential characters. And that could be different, because Justin, if he doesn't play Hwarong, if he doesn't play that character, picks somebody else, it might be a 15 out of 16 kind of thing.
Dude, and let's just like hand pick another person, like Tokido.
Yeah.
If we put Tokido in there, he used like Dalsum.
Yeah, Dalsum, Nina.
So we would have gotten that's right. He doesn't use... Who was it that used Jack? It was Gamerby who used Jack.
Had Jack. Infiltration has used Sagat in the past as well.
Okay.
There are a bunch of characters in this, and I'm so stoked for the game. I really am, because I was so worried that it would be Chun Nina the whole time, or Chun Hwarong.
Right.
But it's not. It's a lot of very interesting characters. La Kuma is fascinating. Yoshi Lars is really interesting style. Guile Geef is.
Now, Ryan Hunter and Jibbo did not compete in this, did they?
Jibbo played.
Oh, he did play.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think Ryan did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know Wolf Crone also tried.
Wolf Crone was top 3 at least 2 times that I know of.
Okay.
I didn't watch all of them. I think it's 2 or 3 times he got top 3 with Poison Hugo. So
dang.
I know. So he actually ran a law team at one point, but it was almost all Poison Hugo.
Dude, I thought those 2 characters were both terrible.
Everybody thinks, well, not necessarily Poison. Everybody thinks Hugo's terrible.
Right. Okay.
And people don't. I mean, it's not like Poison's a great character.
Right. But that, it sets up a great,
really cool.
Sets up a great top 8.
It should be a fun top 8. It should be lots of interesting stuff, lots of different matchups. Yeah. I just hope people like watching it. I really do.
Well,
it's so fun to play, and yet.
Yeah, I kind of have some similar trepidations with Marvel, obviously, because it's set to the fan vote, and I'm just afraid a lot of people aren't gonna. I think the vote's still going. Yeah. So, definitely take the chance to vote. The only thing I do remind everybody is, like, a lot of people, when it first came out, were voting with the assumption that Justin and Filipino champ Chris G would make it.
Right.
So they were voting for the 3 people they really wanted to see there. Now, obviously, they said, hey, you know what, vote for hype. So if you don't think Filipino champion Chris G are hype, then don't vote for them, right? So just vote for whoever you feel right. But if you do feel like guys like Justin and them deserve it, definitely make sure you vote for them. You know, Flocker.
Flocker,
please keep Flocker in mind, because I feel like he has a pretty large chance of, even though he's Evo champion, of dropping out of this. Yeah, so it would be a shame not to see the Evo champion at this event.
It really would.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Tekken Championships were this weekend.
Yes.
I didn't watch it. but I heard a lot about it.
I heard Mr. Naps did super well.
I heard Naps did well. I heard that there was a 14 or 13-year-old kid who did really well. So I'd love to see the videos of that. And from what I was hearing, he wasn't just like picking some BS character and like mashing on buttons. All right, he was being smart and playing intelligently and had good execution, and he had all the stuff. So it sounded really cool.
Yeah, I mean, JDCR did not win it. Right, and he's always just generally kind of like him and Nee are like the favorites, right? Who did win it? Who was the person who got first place?
Don't know.
13-year-old Filipino. They said.
He was from Philippines. I didn't know.
Philippines, AK. So, but Bob Gunn Saint won that one. Yeah, but I mean, just from all the stuff that I had been seeing about it, like especially from Markman, who did a really good job reporting from Korea.
Yeah, he was there. Spooky was there.
Yeah, showing a lot of photos and all this other stuff. He also did a lot of the English commentary there, too. I think they had a flub that they weren't allowed. They couldn't get two American commentators at the same time, but apparently it was really well done. And Mark just kept saying like how amazing it was to see his favorite game with that kind of a atmosphere and stuff. And he said it was like super hype. And stuff.
I bet it was super hype.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I guess that was it for the streams this weekend, as far as I can recall.
Oh no, the Asia qualifiers.
Oh, the Asia qualifiers.
The Asia qualifiers.
That's right, for Capcom Cup and Street Fighter 4.
Right. So Gamerby defended his home turf, despite Fudo also coming out to visit. But Gamerby won that, so he's qualified for Capcom Cup now. So we will see him in December. Again, Capcom Cup, December 13th. Saturday. It's just Saturday only.
I think 14th.
Right? Is it 14th? Okay. Well, it's the Saturday. It's the Saturday that weekend. Yeah. So Gamerby will be going there, and that should be really awesome.
That sounds like an interesting tournament. I didn't really watch it, but it was Gamerby Adon number 1, Fudo Fei number 2, RB Guy number 3,
okay.
Tommy Wong with Hawk and Akuma, which is like completely the opposite side. ET with Fei, Rockpon with Ibuki, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yoro with Adon and Yun, and then Zak with Oni. The Oni, man. Oni is coming up.
Dude, Oni, yeah.
I talked with, this is funny, I talked with NGL Chris last Wednesday, and he thinks that Oni is top tier.
He thinks Oni is top tier, huh? Straight up. Dude, that's just the craziest thing. I mean, we still have 6 more months of this game. So what they said was Ultra's coming out in the arcades in April.
Right. That's the report.
But I think that report came from an arcade saying that they're getting it at that time.
Yeah.
So you never know what that means.
Right. It wasn't like a Capcom announcement.
Right. Exactly. So we still have some time left for this game, if that's the case, right? And if we still have this time left, who knows how things are going to change? I mean, in 6 months. 6 months today is like 3 years back, during the Dark Ages, right? So, I wouldn't be surprised if like Oni became like top 10 all of a sudden randomly. You know what I mean? Especially with everybody using him all of a sudden.
So, as for why people are picking up Oni now, it just seems like a snowball, I guess. Like, people have seen WoW play, former best Ken in the world, now probably the best Oni. Seen him play, and he looks really good, dude.
See, that's almost kind of unfair to Sanford Kelly and Chris Hu. They've been using him at the Next Level Battle Coliseum for a while. That's true, they have, yeah. They've been using him for a while, and they've always been doing well with them, right?
You're right.
So,
in fact, Chris didn't he do really well at EVO?
I think so. I want
to say he got really far at
EVO.
Yeah. So for sure, he's a capable character. I don't think he's top tier. I think he's a good character.
How much you want to bet he's going to be top tier in Ultra?
I would bet. I would definitely bet. I would definitely bet.
Yeah, see, some people are saying Chris got top 32 with
top 30 got 32.
See, there you go. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of these interesting character picks now can be. But the interesting thing is, I was having this conversation with Filipino Man after the concept matches, right? And he was like. He's like, I don't know why, but he's like, why do I feel like I'd rather have Rose not get buffed too good? Like, why do I feel like I'd rather have her not be very good? And I was like, because if she gets buffed too good, everyone's going to go to Rose. and your victories are gonna feel frauded now. So
it's a different mindset to play the top tier. It is.
Exactly. You have to be okay. You have to be okay with being the best of everybody flocking to that character.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So it's
sure.
kind of an interesting way to think about it.
Speaking of flocking to characters and interesting characters, Slayer and Faust in Guilty Gear Xrd have been announced.
Yes. Where's Johnny? Why are you taking so long for Johnny? He was like this big on that ship in the scene with the trailer. Where's Johnny? I'm so sad right now.
I didn't know that Slayer was a poet. Totally changes my opinion of that
Slayer
character.
was a poet and you didn't know it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go that way. That's so cool to me, man. He's a vampire who has a command grab and is a gentleman and a poet.
You didn't, dude. Like I said, when he instant
know.
kills you, he said well, it's all in
can't read
Japanese.
that.
It's
Yeah,
all in
who knows?
Japanese. Yeah, exactly.
So that was cool, and obviously, jokes aside, a lot of people were really looking forward to that character. Lots of my friends play him, it seems. And as for Faust, I don't know too many people who do, but I know Nerd Josh does. I know he was really excited that Faust was announced.
Slayer actually would be a really good character for you.
Dude, people have been telling me that for quite a long time with Guilty.
He's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Very straightforward.
Right, straightforward,
character.
has a grab.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's that hard to use. Like I think he's kind
Yeah,
of, he's kind of a
everybody's told me
derpy
that.
character. I think Slayer's a derpy character, but that's just me. I hate Slayer.
Okay.
But
No, we'll see.
I hate the way he plays. I should
okay.
I should clarify that. I like him as a character.
Okay, fine. I'm looking forward to seeing who else is announced, and the more that I hear about this game, there are also some gameplay mechanics that they talked about
there was
as
like
well.
a brand new mechanic that's like supposedly pushes you away or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it creates a little shield or something, a little blitz shield, I think it was called. That if you run into it as the opponent, it like does something. I forget what it does. Does something to you. Causes you to reel or something.
The other interesting thing too is that Eno's Chemical Love, apparently from the move list that people were seeing, was changed to quarter circle back. Chemical Love used to be half circle back forward, so it was like a command grab throw, right?
Yeah.
But it was that code to do that, and the fact that they're just changing it to a spin kick kind of goes in line with all of their let's get rid of all the difficult stuff in this game and try to make it a little bit easier. So I'm really curious to see how this game is going to go.
Yeah, with the Roman cancels, apparently now there's a 25% and a 50% gauge cost, tension cost.
Right.
And whether that means that FRCs are back or not is kind of up in the air. Don't really know. I hope not, because I don't want hard stuff.
Dude, the fact that, so on Twitter I asked everyone who's scared of Guilty Gear, why are you scared?
Yeah.
And so 95% of the people said execution.
Okay.
Right? 95% straight up was just like execution. And of all the people who mentioned execution, I would say about like 30 to 40% of them were scared of FRCs. So I really feel like FRCs have hurt the game, especially because with each version, they keep adding new FRCs.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it would be really cool if you could FRC here. So they just kind of went crazy with that. Like, Johnny has like so many ridiculous FRCs, like half of them, I don't even know what they're for. But it's just, at this point, it's like, no, like, let's not have this anymore. Because, again, it's just designing a move. Basically, like, why not just use the 25% at the start to generate that safe move? Why, you know what I mean? So in other words, with Johnny, I've got the safe fireman pull only if I can FRC it at the right time. Why not just let me do the 25% at the start and just get the safe version of it, right? So
I can see that.
So yeah, that's how I'm kind of feeling.
But yeah, so those two characters were announced. Definitely a game that I'm looking forward to when it comes out.
So a lot of people are asking what FRCs are. So it's a Roman. The Roman cancels are the ability to cancel anything that you're in the middle of. Some things cannot be. But like I can do a standing H, hit a bunch of buttons, and Roman cancel out of it. Costs half my bar.
Right.
False Roman cancels there are certain frames within a lot of the moves that if you enter the code for the Roman cancel, you'll cancel the move no matter what, on whiff, on hit, wherever, and it only costs 25%. But a lot of those windows are like 3 frames.
Right.
So I think there's only 2 or 3 that are 1 frame windows.
That's crazy.
But for the most part, they're about 3 or 4.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. We were gonna do BBCP. We're gonna do the new Blaze Blue, but just didn't work out. People couldn't come. The game isn't out in the U.S. anyway.
It's out in Japan, and I know I got Guilty Gear on the Japan network, but I heard like the PSN points are harder to get right now. Before I got them from Play Asia before, and they just gave me the code like the instant I bought it, and I heard like that's not they don't do that right now, or they're out of codes or something like that.
Okay. So we are going to have shows on that when it is released in the U.S., which is going to be sometime in 2014.
Yeah. So we'll probably, and this will probably be better because a lot of people will be able to play it at that point too. But from what I've heard, most of the people who are playing the game really do enjoy it. It feels very different. The pace is very different than the other games. If you guys aren't aware, the combo system changed dramatically.
Right.
It's time-based now. So depending on the move that you start the combo with, you have a different window before the hit stun deterioration drops to the point where they flip out. So if you start a combo with an H, you get a longer combo. But if you start a combo with like crouch L, then the combo was like severely shortened and stuff like that.
Well, I also heard that hit stop is a little bit less.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look quite as choppy when you're actually doing things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people I know who didn't love the most recent couple of versions have said that they like this version a lot more.
Okay.
So
cool.
I guess there's that. We also want to let people know, as we did yesterday, but for the people who weren't here, that we are going to be taking a break with respect to the Monday night shows.
Yeah, last year when we took the break in November, December, we just cut all the shows and just did like almost adequate adventures like once a week or something. Yeah. But this year we're going to stop Level 3 Focus and First Attack just on Mondays. But we're still going to keep doing the Tuesday shows.
Tuesday shows will happen as normal. Mondays we are going to do almost adequate adventures, which means that we're going to play games. We're actually going to sit here and play games amongst ourselves, but also we're going to invite on people who can actually play games well, and we'll have little games going and stuff like that. That'll be until the end of this year, and then of course when 2014 starts, we're just going to get back into a whole normal set of shows.
Yep, and also this weekend is YumaCon.
Yeah.
So YumaCon is coming up this weekend. That is taking place in Detroit.
In Detroit.
Michigan. It's an anime convention, right? And they run this tournament, and they're flying us out there to do that. So we will be doing commentary there. I know Yipes is confirmed to be there. There's a few other players I can't remember right now.
Yeah, Mikey Ross is going to be there. Hoshin's going to be there.
Okay.
Hopefully a lot of the Midwest guys will be there. I'd love to see that. Michigan has a pretty solid scene. I'd love for Ohio and Chicago to come out, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll be commenting, obviously, the fighting games and maybe some League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Right?
Apparently, Chindog signed us up for League of Legends commentary. My knowledge of that game is incomplete.
Dude, your knowledge of that?
Let me say
At least you play the game, right? I tried to play, but I kept getting kicked out by everybody who wanted to play.
Yeah.
So.
And it's weird to commentate too, because I don't know if I'm going to be observing or what. Like, is it going to be on the manual camera, or am I supposed to let the computer do the camera?
Oh, that's right. Would we get to control the camera?
Maybe. I don't even know how that works.
I'm just gonna spin around and be like, woo!
Like I don't know how commentating works when it comes to who has the actual camera.
If we can control the camera, I want to go to every minion battle that none of the champions are involved in, and I just want to
commentate the minion battle?
Like,
actually,
oh my
sounds
god,
pretty hype.
they're attacking! Oh look, they're at the tower now, but they're just gonna get killed here! Oh no, dude, that.
We will have to drink up before that happens. That's for sure.
and then yell, bear, bear, bear!
Oh, that's right. Oh, that Dota commentary was horrible. So that's this weekend.
Yeah.
I believe the mainstream is Finest Fighters.
Okay.
If I recall correctly. But please, just keep an eye out on Shoryuken and Event Hubs for the streams.
And then NEC is coming up too very soon, right? If I'm not mistaken. Big E Gaming events. NEC 14 Northeast Championships is when? I'm gonna click on this really quick. Sorry, guys. December 6th, 7th, and 8th. So a month from YumaCon will be that, and then half a month later will be the Capcom Cup.
A week later.
Yeah. Oh, just a week later? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And apparently, someone keeps putting up a Revo 2K. What is that? Let's see.
Hopefully nothing too gross.
Oh my god! No, just kidding. Yeah, it's apparently a tournament in Mexico.
Ah, yeah.
Snake Eyes, Justin Wong, Ricky Ortiz, PR Rog, Flocker confirmed.
Okay,
so
awesome.
That's yeah.
Awesome. That is 16th and 17th of November. Does it say where that's happening?
Mexico.
Go to Lugar. See.
Ooh, this is a fancy website here. This is in.
Oh, it's in Mexico City.
Oh, it's in Mexico City. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Nice. So yeah, so lots of events coming up still, and it's gonna be super exciting, and yeah. So
cool. All right. Well, I guess that's gonna be it. We're about out of time. Head over to twitch.tv/iplaywinner for the show that sucks with Harrison and Hanzo Gonzo.
Yeah, and also they're still working on that project where they have the Google Docs with all the communities in there. It's really cool. And they've got international, they've got United States, they've got a lot, and they even have a tab for online, which Panda X Gaming is the only one that's listed there. But definitely put your scenes on there because we need a database like that so everybody can find all the communities that exist. And even merge small ones together to form bigger communities. It'll be super exciting. So
okay, twitch.tv/iplaywinner. As for us now, we are out of here. We'll be back next Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah, but like I said, check us out at YumaCon first. And if you're in the area, please stop by and come by the commentators booth. I can't promise that we'll want to talk to you because
especially this dude.
We're big famous commentators.
Yeah, bring your $5.
Yeah,
that's what this man charges.
Exactly. So no, I mean definitely stop by and say hi to us too. We'd be more than happy to chat. So
okay.
All right.
Good night.